Well, got kicked on the PlayStation. If you quit the game, the stream fucking stops. So I had to restart it. We're looking to be in pretty good shape here, man. This is pretty good. I think I may want to upgrade this one-hander and kind of take a peek and see if it's worth it. I mean, I'm gonna do a lot of extra damage with this as well than what I'm doing now. So I think I definitely we'll upgrade it to take a look at it, but I think I'll probably wind up with more critical strike, or if not the same, well, not more, but I might wind up with just like a couple percentage or about the same critical strike damage. That core skill damage is going to kind of go through the roof, and then having the vulnerable damage is almost a max roll, which I don't have any of it on any of my gear. So it would be like kind of a major boost to trade it out for the damage over time. I got so much damage over time all over the gear that I'm sure I'm getting a lot of diminishing returns from that anyway. And then we're going to pick up... We're going to probably wind up at the same strength as well. So, but the damage of the weapon's going to come up quite a bit. So I'll take a peek at that. 771 pants. Okay, we keep the potion capacity. See, I want armor on this. But then I also want... The dex may come in handy later if I need some shit on my Paragon board. I need willpower right now, though, for like what I'm trying to take next. This has total armor, and it has the 2 armor capacity. I mean... potion capacity, and then it's got shit roll for maximum life, but
I can take
I'm gonna re-roll this ranks of Rens. I think I need to get ground stomp on the pants. Take 15 old stats on it. Ain't bad. No, okay, there is no extra skill points, like extra skills coming from the pants, so that's good. I guess that's my chest. I think it's my chest that gets the ground stomp, right? Yeah, 3 ranks of ground stomp on the chest. So a minor upgrade, but still, I mean, I have to give up all that strength, though. I'd feel that big time. 56 strength, I'd feel that. And fucking knock me down like a level or 2 of enemies that I can handle. I probably only be able to handle, like, if I lost 50-something strength, I probably could only take like level 99 enemies, because at where I'm at with the 102, 103 enemies, I don't think I'd be able to kill them fast enough. I could get that damage over time back on this ring. Not in comparison to that one, but in comparison to this one. But I will lose like a lot of lucky hit chance. And 33% damage to close enemies is massive. I might just burn that ring. Fuck. I don't want to give up all that maximum life, and I can't respin this. Fuck. That's a hard call, too. Okay, well, let's go upgrade this one-hander. I don't know if I should re-roll these pants again. I think I'm gonna try to re-roll these pants one more time. No, it wasn't that one.
I can't do that here.
Yeah, it is. Let's try. It's only 177 to re-roll these. You could pick up 700 fucking thorns instead, but... Now it's 213. I really need it to be strength. Let's roll it again. Fucking mad intelligence, wow. Wow. this damage reduction from close. Let's go another time. Or we can take flat dodge chance. Yeah. It's only 284. It's probably not worth dumping all of these Forgotten Souls into this, but... And even if it lands strength, I wonder if my armor's... Fuck it. Damn it. Alright, I think I'm done with this. It's killing my bankroll. I'm down to 2 million. I just had 5. I just like spent over 2.5 million on him re-rolling shit and building out my helmet and all that. So, yeah, let's go upgrade that one-hander and see what it kind of looks like at level 4.
Unexpected.
So, okay, let's see what the comparison looks like. I'm gonna get another 25 to the damage, so it's gonna give me like another like 60, like an extra 67 damage per second once I upgrade it. I'm only losing 13 strength. How much do I pick up with the next upgrade? 5. So it's not bad. I'm not gonna feel that. That won't be noticeable. Am I comparing it against the right weapon? Yeah. And then we're gonna lose all that damage over time, but I'm gonna grab like an extra 30% vulnerable damage. So when guys are vulnerable, they'll take like 51.5%, you know, more than that when I hit the upgrade. Then our core skill damage, that's a big upgrade. We're just picking that up straight up. And the critical strike.
What will it be?
And it's 4% short when I do the final upgrade. It's gonna come up 2, so I'll lose like 2% critical strike damage, which isn't anything either. It's like 100 points of damage, I guess.
Huh.
Pairing it against the wrong weapon. Oh, I'm not. Was I or wasn't I? Yeah. This had basic skill or something on it, right? Core skill damage, right? So there's 8 strength. I'm not going to really feel that. I have like over 1,000 strength. I pick up a ton of vulnerable instead of the damage over time. I'm going to pick up a ton of core skill damage. I'm going to lose 32 all stats though. I didn't see that. Which I can't do. Fuck. What about on this one? Does this also have all stats? It's just got 92 strength, so I just lose a little bit more strength. And I'm going to lose core skill damage. I'm going to lose the damage over time and the damage to close. So I just fucked up and put all the materials in there because I can't lose another 32 to all stats. You know, even though I swapped it out, I just put that on my... I got 20 just now in the helmet that I didn't have, but... Fuck. Well, we definitely got the helmet upgraded, so that's cool. And these pants I want to reroll a few more times, so... And then what about this weapon? Losing 100 basic skill damage is fucking huge, man. And I'm gonna lose a lot of damage over time, too, so... That sucks, because it's a lot of extra damage per second. That multiplier would come up quite a bit. But I can't lose 100 fucking percent double fucking basic skill damage. It's what's putting all the bleed on everybody. So that's burn. Can't get attached to this shit. This I'll hang on to in case I can find like more all stats in another area. This is likely gonna be a burn. I mean, I trade the total armor for damage reduction, like a lot more damage reduction, but then I'm giving up damage reduction to distant, 8.1% damage to distant that I'm gonna basically relinquish. But I get that fucking huge boost in berserking duration and stay berserk for a lot longer. And I do get enough damage reduction, I think, to compensate for the loss of that total armor. But it's pretty much like, it's probably even. The problem with that though is again, because this ability working off the armor, like even though I'm getting that damage reduction, this is gonna have less to multiply off of. So I'll have 75% of like almost like 600 less armor. So it's like losing 500 armor. So I need it. And I guess like what I was saying before too, if you put this legendary ability on, then armor is probably a better pick than dodge chance. Just because this thing can fucking boost your armor through the roof. Like while you're in combat attack. It's like any form of damage that you deal. Alright, well I'm still really happy with what we did with the helmet. I'm getting a lot more cooldown reduction than I had before, a lot more life on kill, all that kind of shit. So let's just go see the jeweler. And if I unsocket this, it's 110. If I just create a new gem, it's just 100 grand. Oops. Unsocket. No. No. Craft. Skull. It's 50 grand to craft a royal skull. So I wonder if that's the, yeah, I want to keep the healing percentage. Let me sell this shit to this bitch real quick. And then I think I also have some aspects to sell. Oh, I might have already gotten rid of them.
Come back and see us.
Alright. I'm just gonna dump the shit in the stash and we're gonna go start that fucking endgame Lilith quest. Just dump all this shit in there. And then I'm gonna put this stuff in the review bucket. Let me take some elixirs with me if I need them. Let me see what I got going on. The consumables are full. I'm gonna have to go back to the cultists and probably melt some of these sigils down real quick before we go. Wonder what this helmet looks like naturally. Oh, it's the Valkyrie.
I can't do that here.
So this 51 is way too far ahead of me. I should just take the materials for that. That's too much. I'm doing what, 48? I guess it's not too much further, but it's a wasted stat. I'm just gonna salvage that. I don't care. 50. Leads poison, and then shadow damage, lightning resist, crowd control resist, and thorn. Done that. And then this is 49. Monster cold damage will fuck me up bad. I can't fuck with that. Plus the slowing projectiles, like that's just bad news all over with no benefit. For me, cold is really bad. If I get frozen or get CC'd, I'm stuck, I'm fucked. Especially when the guys are 15, 16, 17 levels ahead of me. It doesn't take much. Fucking, you know. This reduces cooldowns on kill, and then I got the nightmare portal to deal with. Should be kind of crazy, because the guys jumping through the nightmare portal are going to be fucked at like level 102. Monster attack speed. Melee defenders will shut my whole shit down. Fucking, that sucks. Stormbanes I fucking kind of hate, but the rest of this is not bad. Increased healing is good. For me, empowered. Okay, this is cool because it's got empowered elites poison, and it also rolled that the monster does poison damage. So I could just take like a strong poison resistance. It's better that they're the same. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like monsters doing extra fire and then the elites are doing extra poison. It's like you can't cover both. But when they're lined up like this, it's actually pretty good. And I got like 51% poison resistance. The monster lifesteal might be a little difficult to deal with the enemies being 15 levels ahead of me, though. It's bad? Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. Thanks, OP. Yeah, they'll fuck me up with the life regen. I'll probably who can. Alright, we'll just keep that like that. I'm just gonna go head over to this, Oh, I didn't know that, OP. Alright. I didn't know that at all. I didn't realize that like, the dot would add to their health. Their health steal. So, you know what? Did I melt that already? Alright, cool. I didn't realize damage over time like that would give them the lifesteal. Monster fire resist. Not bad. It's a freebie. Resistance breakers. I'm not too concerned about. I got a ton of damage reduction that covers a lot of it. Strength and suppressors, no problem. I gotta attack him in that range anyway. This ain't bad. It's only 44, but I can probably run that just to snag a Paragon point right quick, and then like, I might just hang on because I want to go and do this. It's Echo of Hatred. Lilith's presence still lingers within you. Let's see what's up. Oh yeah, dude. I've been like pretty effectively like taking nightmare dungeons with guys like at 86, like taking guys like 102, 103, like 15, 16 levels ahead, and no problem. I haven't really looked into how this quest line plays out. But yeah, Barb is really, you know, I play a different style than a lot of Barbs do. A lot of people went Whirlwind. I went like a really, really heavy bleed build. This is crazy. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Yeah, I went like real heavy on the bleed. Doing like 11 point, you know, like almost 12,000 bleeding damage. Alright, cool. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Is this like a multi-step quest that's gonna take a while, or we just like jump into this shit right off the rip? Guess I'm about to find out. Maybe we should check the sides here. Yeah, that's no problem. I mean, okay. Alright, yeah, let's see how this rolls. The only issue is that I basically get a ton of life on kill to stay in the pack and a ton of damage reduction and stuff like that. But I do a lot of single target damage. But I just won't have shit to heal off of, so guess we gonna find out.
Out of fury. I'm not ready yet. I need more fury.
Wow, you weren't kidding around, dude. I'm really surprised, man. That shit hardly hit her. I'm used to a boss like that being dead at level 100, like within 30 seconds. I didn't realize she was like super overpowered like that.
Not ready, don't have enough fury.
Was that like a blood blister that went off and got me? I didn't even see what the fuck that was. I probably should have taken an elixir, huh? Yeah. Let's see. I don't think I have a, just take that for now. Yeah. I'm surprised, man. I didn't realize she was that, like, I thought it was just like a level 100 Lilith, but obviously she does she's got a lot more damage reduction. This volatile blood killed me right off the bat. Yeah, I can't kill the blood blister fast enough before it explodes. That's what's up. Alright, well, we'll just go run like one of these then instead. Let's open this real quick. I'm gonna need a squad to do that, obviously. What's that over there? Legion, I don't care about that shit. Where are the enemies in 44? So yeah. To solo though, I mean, is it like? I mean, I'm really happy with you know, with the Barb right now. You know, how I have them built out. I'm usually able to just no problem like stand and tank that kind of shit, but I didn't realize she was gonna be like that. Where the fuck? There it is. So what, so 86 minus 50, that's tier 36 where the enemies are 3 levels ahead of me. And this is what, 44? 7, 8, 9, 40. So actually it'll probably be kinda easy. I think the enemies are gonna be like only like 12 levels or something like that ahead of me right now.
I'm low on fury. Not ready yet.
I'm lagging or some shit. I think it's lagging you guys way faster. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I need more fury. Ready yet.
Something's off, man. I like swapped my helmet out, but I didn't really give anything. I didn't give anything up. It's slower.
Just wait. I'm out of fury.
Oh, it's because I'm getting stunned by these guys. I think it's because they have critical resistance or something like that. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. No, I don't know. I guess I'm just getting unlucky. When I crit, my attack speed goes up like 50%. No, that's all good, man. I usually don't like playing meta. I mean, I'm only like 80, 86 as well, but I'm cool with it. I've been happy with it. I appreciate that though. I didn't really like want to go into like whirlwind and stuff like that. I mean, this shit, like when I crit on him, my speed usually like fucking soars, and for some reason, yeah. I can take level like 48, 49, where the enemies are like 102, 103. Actually, I got picked, but on part 1 of the stream today. Yeah, sir. On part 1 of the stream today, before I got kicked or whatever, on that stream, I'm mopping like a 102. I think it was no deaths too. Yeah, I think it was no deaths. Yeah, the build is really actually pretty strong. I've been playing Diablo since like the 90s as well, so I have a lot of experience with builds, as far as builds, theory crafting and stuff like that. I'm running to the entrance, man. I'm just out of it. But I definitely feel like slower for some reason in this dungeon. I don't know why. Like even my move speed feels slower right now.
I must wait. Not ready yet.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I'll pull that shit up here. So, what do you want to see? Just like the tree right now? So essentially, like I'm like, oops, my bad. Essentially, like just getting a ton of bleed, right? And my basic skill damage, like on my gear, shit. So you can see, like, I get like 100% basic skill damage, a lot of extra damage over time all over the build and the Paragon board, so they bleed to death like super fast. You know what I'm saying? At 10% of the time when I kill a bleeding enemy, I go berserk just automatically and shit. I get a lot of this damage over time. There's another 100% basic skill damage over here. And then a lot of speed. Like when I crit, which my crit chance I think is like 38%. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. I don't really know what's out there, like what's in comparison. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in most games, I just don't play the meta. I've just been theory crafting for a long time, so I just like to kind of be different, I guess. And just, so I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you're digging it. I really don't know how it stacks up to other stuff going on, but yeah. So I get that 50% additional attack speed there, and then I get a flat like 56% attack speed on the basic skill. So the basic skill essentially, on the tree, the flay, every time it hit the guy is like 11,500 points of bleed damage. Oh, really? Okay. Well, my attack power is 4913. Is that what you mean as far as... Yeah. I got, and then like with the 78, 72 points of armor with this piece here, I can, bring the armor up like really, really high. Like I think it's like over 12,000 points of damage if I do the math or whatever. Points of armor, I'm sorry, when I'm banging on dudes, and I hit so quick usually. Thanks, OP. I appreciate it, brother. But yeah, I put so much bleed damage on him so fast and take so much damage reduction, with all this extra stacked armor and stuff like that. So the defense pretty tanky. I'll pull that tree back up for you. Then obviously just rend just to put bleed damage on multiple enemies at once. It's really once the bleed gets on them, I can like basic attack like even these enemies. Like look how much bleed goes on them when I just hit them with a basic attack. For some reason though, I'm telling you, I feel slow. Usually it's like when I crit, it's like swing, 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 swing. And for some reason, I don't know why it's not really popping right now. And then ground stomp just basically to shut everything down so I can get free hits. You know what I'm saying? And just dump the bleed damage on them. The challenging shout just for even more damage reduction and fury regen. I got a lot of passives going on, so obviously when I bleed enemies, it makes them slow. So it's a good like crowd control that goes on every single enemy. With this 20% bleed, 20% slow from bleeding, and then bleeding effects, do a bunch more to vulnerable enemies, and then the rupture is really where it's at because I can just pile on all this bleed damage, tons and tons of bleed damage, and then just rupture it and like basically take half of a boss's health like in that stab. But a boss at my level, I'll be able to melt him in like less than 15 seconds, 100%. If not less, like bop 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 bop, and he's gone. And then the berserker, because I'm already on my Paragon board, which I'll show you here in a second, getting the berserking and like extra duration to berserking, extra damage to berserking and stuff like that. Plus I go berserk when I kill a bleeding enemy, every 10% of the time. And then obviously a lot of extra bleed here as well. So it's when I crit, which is like 38% of the time, my crit damage is like I think like 201%. So it's a ton of extra bleed on them when I crit. And then that's kind of like the general basis without without diving too much into it. You know what I'm saying? And then on the Paragon, basically, this glyph is essentially just giving me like, extra physical damage and armor. I'm picking up tons of armor from the glyph here and physical damage so I can put additional bleed damage on the guys. No, I made the build. I made the build 100% with. But like I said, I've been playing Diablo since Diablo 1. You know what I'm saying? Like old school. D3, I was among like a top 100 players and stuff like that for Sork when it first launched. You know, like when the auction house and shit was still a thing and that kind of stuff. I usually play like a wizard class in most of these kind of games, but I really liked like how he played. It's just a fun way to play him. A lot of extra damage to bleed, and then the blood rage is what's giving me the berserk. So I get like 25% increased damage and 15% movement speed for 5 seconds, but it extends because of the skill tree. The berserk like ultimate that I took extends it like when I hit a guy with my basic attack. It extends the duration, I think. Let me see. Yeah, for the next 10 seconds, dealing direct damage with basic skills grants berserking for 5 seconds. So basically, if I do that on like the 9th second, then I'll get like an extra 5 seconds on top of it. You know what I mean? So I can like extend this pretty far. So I stay berserk for a while. And then on the Paragon board, again, because I took all this, this glyph is giving me all kinds of extra damage to bleeding and resistance and that kind of shit. But then we're starting to take like extra damage and extra duration, you know what I'm saying, while berserking. I kind of leaned more into the duration versus the extra damage. I just want to be berserk for as long as I can, because if I can kill another 10 enemies, it's likely I'll trigger the berserk with this blood rage again. And then moving into this part of the tree, I didn't really care too much, to be honest, about this ultimate ability, but this whole board is all about just making the damage over time a lot higher. So the guys just, I was putting tons and tons of bleed damage on dudes at like a certain break point, but they just weren't bleeding to death fast enough. So all of this shit basically just is geared to you know, make dudes bleed a lot faster, right? 36 damage over time, like that's coming from this cliff that's given 80% to all rare nodes. And really the only weakness that I feel like the big weakness that I have, my resistances are pretty covered. You know, obviously damage reduction's pretty covered, damage output's covered. My issue is because I took Stomp instead of going like Iron Skin is that the only way I become unstoppable is when I hit my ultimate and go berserk for like a few seconds. So a lot of times if I get CC'd, like frozen, that kind of stuff, they may shut it down. They may like shut me down. Like ice is like my worst enemy. Everything else I'm pretty okay too. You know, and I just kind of pop this on just for those emergencies where I do get like frozen and I can't get out of it and the guy's going to kill me. If I become like, you know, injured while he does that, then I'm going to snap out of it and usually be able to like go berserk and this and that and overcome the pack if that's the case. But a lot of times I'm not in too much danger. I get so much life on kill, man. Like the helmet is giving me 188 life on kill, plus I have like all of these royal healing received gems going through everything, and then the weapons are giving me, you know, more life on kill, and then, you know, more damage over time, so they bleed faster, so 16% between those. And then the resistances here, just to cover, you know, some gaps, instead of balancing the resistances, I went heavy into fire and poison because obviously Helltide, there's a lot of fire damage coming in at you, and then a majority of the other enemies I find, you know, do a ton of, you know, a lot more enemies seem to do poison damage. And so, you can take a look here. So critical strike, where's the critical strike chance? Actually 47%. It might be from an elixir that I took. No. I took a 900 point armor elixir, so the crit chance just came up because I just adjusted some things in the build. So again, with that bleed damage being affected by crit. I'm sorry, dude. But yeah, I mean, if you're not as familiar with the Barb, I apologize if I'm like running it quick. Let me move my guy so I don't get kicked. PlayStation's kind of a pain in the ass. I get kicked a lot. What was I doing? I was looking at my character sheet. But like you that attack speed bonus is just like the regular attack, but my basic attack speed bonus, or damage with the basic attack is tripled essentially. So it's doing a ton of bleed with the basic attack, and then I'm making the basic attack, taking a two-handed sword and swinging it like a dagger essentially by dropping this basic skills. That's the basic attack, 56% attack speed, and then on top of it, when I crit, like with the rend, and I have a higher chance to crit to injured enemies on top of it. But, you know, half the time I swing it, I'm going to crit. And then for the next 5 seconds, I get an additional 50% attack speed. So it's like swing, 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 swing. And that's when everybody just bleeds to death and dies. But I'll wrap this up here and we'll get back to it. Let's see. Kind of wanted to show you a few other things. 42, you know, 42 extra healthies, kind of stack a lot of stuff here. And then we got 25% there. It's not bad. But the armor is really where it's at. I'm getting a ton of armor, especially with that legendary that I showed you. 75% of 78, 72 is like an additional, you know, what do you want to call it? Like 5,000 armor, some shit like that. So I'm getting like 12,000 armor when we're in the thick of shit, on top of like, you know, tons of damage reduction. So I'm getting like a lot of damage reduction from close, 22%, just big, man. Plus the 8.1 to all. So you can add these two together for close, and then I'm covering 8.1 from like distant enemies shooting at me while I'm trying to take the pack. And then we got a little bit more damage reduction from distant as well here. So. And then more damage reduction when the guys are bleeding. Everybody's fucking bleeding all the time. And then obviously the Barb just has a standard 10% damage reduction to all, as just like his class has it. And then a ton of extra movement speed, 150%. I know the cap is 200%. You won't get any more benefit from there. So if I got something where it boosts me when I kill an elite or something to my movement speed, I usually will hit the 200% movement speed cap. And then we got some extra crowd duration bonus. So when I stomp and I stun everybody, you know what I'm saying? The stun will last longer, so I can beat up on them longer and get my fury up and put tons and tons of bleed on them, and then be able to hit them with the rupture to take all the bleed at once and insta kill them. Essentially, if they have enough bleeding damage to kill them, it'll just kill them outright. So this is kind of just spreading the, like if I stun a guy and then I hit him, then all the guys around him have like a 50% chance to just fall down and be stunned, even if they're outside of the, you know, the ground stomp. You know, this also like applies to slowed. So like on my skill tree, I showed you that passive. Every time I make a guy bleed, it also slows them by 20%. This will spread that slow to the entire pack just from beating on one little trash guy. You know, and then they're all crowd controlled, and I'm doing, you know, extra damage to slowed enemies. And then this just helps me again with all that damage reduction, all the armor increase, and then on top of it, I'm just standing in the pack. I'm getting 255 life per second, plus all the life on kill. Keeps me this is how I'm able to fight like 15 levels ahead of me as far as the enemy, like 102, 103 level enemies in a nightmare dungeon. It's because of how crazy all this shit is stacked up. You know, extra attack speed, critical strike chance here, a lot of damage reduction and stuff like that, and extra armor, extra potions. I got 12 potions instead of 9. The YouTube pop-up, right, for your message, it stopped on your, so what would you think, like, as far as, like, some of, you know, I considered, like, taking out the healing, to put in, like, thorns and stuff like that, but it's been really, really effective to, you know, keep me alive because I'm doing so much, health on kill, you know, like, I'm probably doing, like, over 200 health on kill, and then I'm getting all of this health bonus. Let's see if it's under attack or under utility. Oh, really? Yeah, no. I mean, if after this, you know, I can open up like a level 48 where the enemies will be like 102, 103, and you'll see it performs pretty much the same. I'm not going to take that conduit yet. Let me see what's up here.
Must wait. I need more fury.
I should have just taken it anyway, huh? Because of all the health on kill, that's why I'm hesitant to change out them skulls, because they're giving me extra health on kill and extra healing percentage. And that's really what's kind of keeping me able to not have to take them.
Ready yet. Let's wait.
You guys got increased health. Yeah, I'm gonna open my phone so I can read the end of the messages, because it's popping up on the PS5 and cutting off some of what you're saying. Just give me
We have
here.
got 4 stags, 6 does, 10 quill rats, 3 rabbits, and are on the trail of what could be 3 large bears. Some do not want to tempt fate by hunting such fearsome creatures. I say, when will we have this chance again?
I'm just opening the chat here. For Barb, it's showing, but in white. I'm used to yellow for the crits. Yeah, well, that's what I've been saying, is like, I feel like it does turn yellow when I crit. But But in this dungeon, since I entered it, let me see. Oh, there's a crit, there's a crit. Yeah, they're popping up yellow, and then I hit an orange to go to power and kill it. What's up? Is it not showing?
I'm low on I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, it may be because of like they're hitting like more often, or like because of like the imbuement's doing like a lot of damage over time, and so it's like taken away popping up. I'm not sure. That's dope.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
That's crazy, man. I appreciate that, dude. That's good. I really had no indication before really chatting with you, because I just hadn't really seen like what it is out there right now.
I'm out of fury.
Is your damage reduction?
Not ready yet.
I got one more, I guess. Yeah, he's back here. Fucker, trap. Is that it? No. Oh, he's down here then. What can I do? That's what's up, dude. Thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, on paper, like, some of the stuff doesn't show, too. Like, you know, some of the stuff that's gonna happen under the hood from all my legendaries and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. And then just being able to tear it off. Like, especially on, like, bosses, man, like, especially if I build into, like, vulnerable damage, like, when a boss is, like, on the last quarter of his health, he just gets an outbreak. I keep lagging or something, man, like, I don't know what the fuck's up. Stop the attack, I'm not getting stunned or nothing.
Not ready yet.
And you can kind of use, like, that bleed, too, as, like, a timer, so, like, if I'm at full health and I'm fighting like a really big enemy or something like that, I could put the bleed damage like on a bunch of little guys and just not hit him again, and then I'll take some damage, but then they'll die, and I'll get like 300 life from them dying, plus all the, you know, health I showed you from the legendary, just standing on top of dudes, getting like 200 points per second. I don't get any health outside of combat. It's all from kill. You know, then I do 40% extra damage to stun. That's really why I took that ability there. Obviously the speed. This is, you know, for the earthquake, you know, doing extra damage while I'm standing in the earthquake, an additional 15%. And then, this is for the 40% increased crowd control duration, more than it is for the top half. That's what's up. Yeah, dude, we can run like a 48 like right after this if you want to see how it performs too. When it gets to that level where the guys are like 15 levels ahead of me, like 102, like I said, the boss is like 103 or something like that. I just have to kind of be more careful with what's on the sigil itself. You know what I mean? I can't take shit, you know, that's going to shut my build down. But if it rolls like, you know, pretty decent or whatever, you know, we should be able to get like a no kill on like a tier 48. That was the last one I run earlier today, and we did pretty well. We can run that after. I didn't realize that Lilith shit was gonna be like that. That was crazy, dude. Holy shit. The game plan is I'm gonna snake into like this other board that just has more berserking damage and duration on the rares. I don't really give a shit about the legendary on the next board I want to put on. But I think I need to, you know, start stacking. I have some availability to take even more armor and stuff. A lot of it is that, you know, like this glyph and stuff giving me like mad extra. This was 50 armor, giving it 70, like this kind of stuff. 283 armor coming from that rare node, you know, and then all the physical damage on top with, you know, the 200% physical damage on the weapons that I showed you. So I think I need to take some additional willpower because of what's on the next board. Thanks, brother. That's what's up. Thanks, brother. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna take the willpower. I need it. Oh, that should be able to melt this boss pretty quickly, too. Holy shit, you're gonna keep throwing that shit at me?
I'm out of fury. Let's wait.
You dead. Done.
I need more time.
we could see if we could get a tier 48 here. Yeah, yeah. Like in the inventory? You talking about like the extra comparisons in the range and stuff? Yeah, absolutely have to, right? Yeah. Kind of get lost if you don't. I didn't actually for a while. I played for like a couple weeks. Thanks, bro. That's what's up. Yeah, you know about it. Yeah, a lot of people are playing Whirlwind. You know, I heard about that, and I was like, yeah, you know, I remember Whirlwind from like D3 and stuff like that. But it started off, to be honest with you, like early game, just picking up certain things that I was just able to find that kind of pushed me into the bleed build. What's up? Wow, that's the first time I found like the ancestral version of this aspect. That's a lot, dude. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, if I can get a good roll on a sigil, we'll go do like a 48, and we'll try to do like enemy level 102, or like 15 levels ahead, 14, 15 levels ahead. I'll have to turn the burners on, but I'll be able to do it. I think we can chew through it. Stunning of this is dope. I want to extract that. These are garbage. This is 794. May want to. No, I can't lose the all stats on the strength. Damn, man, those last two stats, that sucks, because I need to keep, like, basically the attack speed and the ranks of rend and the critical strike chance on the glove. Then hitting two of them, I could have re-rolled for the critical strike chance, but because I got two wasted stats on there for the build, that sucks. I lost that on those gloves. They're only 771 now, so... As far as on the pants, you think Yeah, I was thinking about that, the extra potion capacity, right? The only thing is like, in this if we go into like a 48 or whatever, sometimes if it gets really, really thick, I have gotten down to like those last few potions and been able to stay in the combat. But you're right, it's more of like a unique case, where I'd be probably getting a lot more benefit off that stat. I agree with you. Maybe I want to switch that up. I've been kind of hesitant, just because it, just gives me like that extra kind of like barrier to get through the dungeon, I guess. I can't give up the percentage armor here, and I don't want to give up the flat damage reduction. So I can't respin. I would have to agree with you as well. Yeah, I agree with you, OP, for sure. Yeah, having some additional damage reduction or something else that's being applied, like, you know, the whole time instead of you just having an extra 3 potions in the bag. I agree. Yeah, yeah, true that, true that. And then we're in 679, I don't even know why I'm reading that. And then we don't got move speed or... It's really just... I'm kind of okay and liberal with the other stats on this right now. I do like the resistances, but I can always fix them with gems if they come off. I would probably take some dodge chance or something, more reduction. 777. I won't fuck with an amulet unless it's got cooldown and movement speed on it. It needs to have both, so it's gotta have one or the other, and then I'll try to respin for the other if the other stats are, you know, takeable. But I'm really gonna extract that, and the rest of it's trash anyway. So just gonna sell it. I got plenty of mats. I need kind of more gold.
This will do nicely.
Oops. Okay. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. I think right before you jumped in on the stream, I had like 6 million. And then I just re-rolled like a whole bunch of shit, and I found like a really nice piece that I re-rolled like over and over and over because it would have been worth it to dump like 2 million into it to hit the stat. Unfortunately, I didn't end up hitting it. But then I upgraded this helmet and, you know, did a bunch of other stuff. So, but usually I'm hovering around like 5 million, I would say, at 86 right now, like 4 to 5 million. It's just because I just, you know, had a big run of like respinning a bunch of shit. You know, did a Hell Tide and no. Back in the day, I know, like, you know, on D3, like back in the day when they were fucking with the auction house, if you were around back then, you know, I did a little bit of that back then, where, you know, I'd flip an item or something like that. I didn't take it like too serious, but. I didn't know that, man. So you're saying like elixirs? You're talking about like the elixirs you could sell, like the ones that are just like normal or not weak elixirs you could sell for like 15 million a pop? I got it. That's what's up. Yeah, I have a bunch on like a mule as well. That's good to know, man. You know, and I keep a bunch in the stash and stuff too. And then I also have like a bunch of aspects that will work with like a whirlwind barb or something like that that doesn't apply to my build, but, you know, it like rolled like max that I put on a mule. And I'll let him just hold on to it. But that's dope. I didn't know that, man, that was still like kind of a thing. Let's see if we got like some decent... This one's 47. I hate Storm Banes, man. Makes it such a pain in the ass because I can't just stand on top of the dudes and swing at them. Ranged defenders is like a freebie. Backstabbers, I don't know, that might hurt quite a bit with the enemies like 14, 15 levels ahead of me. As far as like dungeons to farm, like in the open world, is that what you're asking? Because I don't, if that's what you're asking, no, I don't. Oh, yeah, Nightmare, yeah. That's what we just what we just got through. And you get a ton of XP as well. Like just an hour ago, I had I got one Paragon point, like 86. Because if I run this shit and the guys are 15 levels ahead of me, I'm gonna probably get a whole Paragon point just from running it. And then, you know, I have a ton of mats. You know what I'm saying? Like 464 Fiend Roses and stuff like that, or the, you know, I got a decent amount. I did, like I said, just upgrade a bunch of stuff, but I'm usually like around like 450 Veiled Crystals. I got a lot of these like rare materials too. I don't know how it stacks up if I'm saying I have a lot and it's not, because I haven't really participated in the community, you know, kind of what's average. But, you know, I got a lot of these legendary type materials that I need, and, you know, Veil Crystals are easy to come by, so I'm just now, like, kind of at the point where I'm not really finding a lot of upgrades for the most part, because the build is pretty solidified, as far as, you know, if it doesn't have, like, 2 or 3 stats that I need to, you know, retain on the gear, then I'm really not able to roll it. Oh. Oh, okay. You mean like as far as this build, like what are good affixes for it, right? That's what you're asking. And what are bad affixes and shit like that for it. I would say like anything that's like
Brighter soul.
You know, resistant to physical damage is a big shutdown for the builds, because you put a lot less bleed damage on the guys. And for me personally, just because again I don't have a lot of being able to get out of crowd control. So any, you know, enemies that got ice on them, regardless of the resistance and stuff like that, getting frozen really sucks. It's pretty much the only time I can die, is like if I get frozen and I can't keep that armor up and keep my health on kill up and stuff like that is usually, you know, one of the times I'll go down. And anything that just like kind of fucks with you staying in melee range to pound on them. I mean, there is enough bleed damage where you can kite, you know, hit the guy a couple times and put a ton of bleed and let him just bleed a little bit over time as you're, you know, bopping around. But I would say, yeah, like a lot of the you know, physical damage reduction to bleeding damage, and then whatever resistances you wind up with, you know, that's like a big gap for you. I just personally don't like Storm Banes just because it always, and like that shadow shit that chases you around, just because it always winds up like right in the middle of the pack, and then I have to like stay in range, and they seem to like to hug the fucking thing. So it puts me in a position where I either just got to tank the Storm Banes and potion through it, like if there's a big elite and I stun him, I don't want to like lose the opportunity to not just beat the shit out of him because I'm doing like 40% extra stun damage and all that kind of stuff. Plus usually I'll knock their barrier down and stuff like that, you know? I'm not exactly sure. You know, I basically just, the way that I've been doing it for more XP gain is essentially just increasing the tier of the dungeon. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm killing higher level enemies, I'm getting more XP. So the higher and higher tier I can run early on has really been a boost. I'm sure that I will hit level 87, like if we do like one of these 47, 48 nightmare dungeons where they're like, you know, that many levels ahead of me. I apologize if I'm still not like really understanding what you're asking, but let's see if I can craft like a 51 to 50.
May your road be filled with wonders.
Maybe, you know, let me know. Maybe I just didn't exactly know what you were. It's a pain in the ass.
Magic is neither good nor evil. How may I help you?
Blind burrows. That's good to know. Okay. I don't know, man. Are you certain on that? Because I feel like I'm getting a lot more XP when I'm, versus, like, if I do a level, like, the way I calculate it is, like, if I take my level and I subtract 50 from it, so a tier 36 nightmare dungeon essentially will be 3 levels ahead of me, right? And it appears to me that, like, maybe you're right for the XP. I'm not sure. If you're sure, then I'll trust you. But the glyph XP is really big, for me as well. Being able to pump up the glyphs, you'll definitely get more glyph XP the higher you go. And then also you tend to, I'm looking for upgrades because the build has been, pretty solid. So the higher tiers that you can push into above your level, seems that there's more ancestral drops, and the rolls of the ancestral drops tend to be higher item power, item levels, or item power. And the affixes on the legendary abilities tend to roll like higher as well, where I'm getting like a lot of like, where it's not as uncommon to get like a max roll on like a legendary affix. Now I don't know if that's just the tier of the dungeon itself, like no matter what level you were at that dungeon, or if it's because I'm doing because of the spread where the enemies are so much higher than me. I'm not positive. I think it's just based on the dungeon itself. But that's kind of the way I go for it. If I'm gonna get the max XP, whether it's 3 levels above me or 15 levels above me, I'm still gonna get a huge. Right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, farming the dungeon and stuff like that too for XP. Like if that's like the main goal, you know what I'm saying? Like I just want to farm my XP up real quick, then sure, yeah. I mean, I'll melt through something 3 levels ahead of me. Like, you know what I mean? Melt it really quickly, like you said, and be able to burn through them really fast for the XP then. But again, like, I'm still going to wind up with like a bunch of, trash that I come back with for the most part, at least where my guy's stacked right now. So I'm doing the higher ones, even though they're slower, more for because I'm seeing if I can maximize, the gear. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm just trying to kind of get at the gear right now and my glyphs, right? Because that's turned into power as well on the Paragon board, having like 3 or 4 glyphs at level 86. And I haven't really been running tons of Nightmare dungeons until recently. But, having like, you know, really? No, I don't think so. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the higher tier Nightmare dungeon you go, the higher the ancestral drop rate becomes. I'm almost certain of it. Maybe like not affecting like the actual roll or the range of the roll, but the drop rate to get a ancestral versus a sacred is much higher. If I go run like right now, like a level 36 dungeon, like 80% of the stuff that's going to drop is going to be sacred. But if we go and like do like a 48, let's say like 80% of the stuff is going to be ancestral. That's what, at least in my experience, what I've found. And the item power of the drops tend to be more common to get like a higher level item drop. If I go run like a bunch like at 3 levels above me or whatever, I'll go do like 3 or 4 and not get an upgrade, and I'll go do 1 where it's 15 levels above me, come back with like 6, 7 options to re-roll into an upgrade. That's crazy, man. I'll definitely look that up for sure. But yeah, you're right. I like to kind of challenge myself regardless and like kind of have fun with it. Sometimes if I just want to like farm it, it's always like based on what I'm attempting to do, you know what I'm saying? If I just want to like blaze through the dungeon because I just want to grab XP or whatever, I'll do lower level dungeons just to like blaze through them and farm it. But yeah, let's see what we got going on the schedule here. I don't know, man. I think the Stormbanes is going to be a pain in the ass here. With the, this is, the enemies are 14 levels above me if I do this. And the backstab is going to hurt. Yeah, true that. Yeah, true that. Yeah, yeah. It's another 44 over and above. It's not bad. No benefit to this one for me. Stormbane's slow, I don't like it. Control crit explosions, Avenger, monster attack speed, monster fire resist, resource burn. I'm just gonna bring these lower level ones right now. What the fuck? They don't have magic find on them, that's what I'm into right now.
Impeccable.
Alright, 49. That's doable, man. I could probably hang with that. Crit resist, kind of. And the armor breakers, maybe. I don't know. Can hang on to that 50, but this 49 looks alright. I've never done a 49. The highest I've gone is 48. With enemy levels 102. I think the enemies will be like 103 and the boss will be like maybe 104. Or a couple of elites 104 here. That'll be tough. This will be tough. But the suppressor is a good stat to get as far as the negative, because you gotta attack the guy in melee range anyway with the barb, so suppressor's fine. Monster shadow damage over time, you know, that is my weakest resistance, you know what I'm saying? Typically I'd rather take something else than having to take a resistance potion. But the monster lightning resist, obviously a freebie. Not doing lightning damage, so I don't give a shit. And then potion breakers, you know, I'm not too concerned about that either, because of all the lifelong kill and damage or, you know, health when I'm surrounded by enemies. So I'll open this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, you know, push a 49. It's the highest I've done. But we shall see, my friend. And I may have to take shadow resistance, which is odd. I'd rather take something better than that, but I'm gonna have to probably take it because I only have like 30-something% on the shadow resistance. So I'm gonna make one as like a backup. And then when I go in there, if I notice it's like spiders or something, I might just take like extra damage to that enemy type, like 25%. And just make a potent shadow resistance real quick, but or I might just go like extra, yeah, let me just make a potent shadow resist for now.
Speed of the puck!
And let's see, maybe I want to take some extra life or something here too. Increase fire and shadow resistances, armor. Nah. I'm gonna just take this extra strength, just so I can do some additional damage output, because the enemies are so much fucking gonna be so much further ahead of me. I'm just gonna take them now and just jump right into the dungeon. I know it's not like the most efficient way, but... Okay, where are we at? This is gonna be fucking tough. Probably plug the controller in for this one.
It's ready yet.
Shit. Okay. Right, so no benefit, but the negatives aren't too bad. Whoa, enemy level 103. Okie doke.
I'm not ready yet. I must wait.
Oh, kill some of these little guys with that health out. Fucking shaming in there.
Not ready yet.
Bastards. Alright.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet. I must wait. I must wait. I must wait. Not ready yet. I must wait.
Yeah. They're so much higher too, man. Like for me at least. I mean, I don't know, but they're high up there too. I mean, if they're like 3, 4, 5 levels above me, man, it's like I'm fucking do a show next for you.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, it's hanging. I'm surprised actually. I'm surprised it's hanging this high. Fucker in the back.
I must wait.
I'm also not getting enough time to build up the fury because I do huge assets with the damage reduction. Purple guys. Fuck. There we go. I got you now, bitch.
I need time.
They're preventing me from taking potions and shit too. He did. You did.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet. I must wait.
Uh, a little timid, more than I usually am. Map awareness obviously fell through the roof. Let's see.
Not ready yet.
Shit, that's all dead. Fucking ice guy. Kill him and get out of here.
Time to do that.
Kill him. Oh, fire lord. I got you. Why didn't you die with this one?
I must wait. I must wait.
Oof, I thought that fucker had me, dude. What do you plan to go? Are you gonna go Barb in the season? I think I'm gonna try Sork. I played Sork a little bit in the beta, and I'm just, I think it'd be like a nice change up. That's the kind of class I'm used to playing in most of the ARPGs and stuff too. 'What the hell's going on here? Except that the live chat has moved. Bear with me 1 second, buddy. I'm just trying to get the chat pulled back up. Yeah, true. I just read your message. Yeah, I kind of want to go Sork. You know, I think that would be fun, even though they're squishy and stuff. Fuck. I need to get rid of these damage resistant assholes. There we go. You're dead now. So one dude like right up here and I'm
not ready yet.
Surely all that like damage reduction and health over time that lets me stay in there.
Not ready.
Oh, I can't take a potion. Come on, bro. We're out of potions.
I must wait.
I haven't been abusing them or nothing. Kill this other guy to get my health back. Can't bleed to death. There we go. Come on. This fucker hits me so hard, bro, with all the lightning on top of me. Don't let me take the potion. Fuck this guy, dude. It's the negative effect of potion breakers that's hurting me there. I could take this dude though, for sure. So taking a shadow resistance, I might want to take like capacity.
I must wait.
Okay, pop it in the process.
I must wait.
Bastards. Fuck out of here.
I must wait.
On my screen, buddy, it like pops up half the message, so as soon as I'm done with this half, I'm gonna read it and type. But, where you, I saw that you just recently came to America. Where you originally from?
Let's wait.
Fucking increased health, guys. Sit down. Shit, this is fucking elite.
Not ready yet.
Fucking die already. Jesus Christ, this guy. Y'all got increased health is the problem here. And they're fucking 16 fucking levels ahead of me or whatever they are, and I'm not getting my potions. Fucker. Let's go. Let's go. Still can't take the damn potion. He's gonna fuck me in the back. Ooh, you're fucked.
I'm not ready yet.
Well, got through that shit. That was tough. I'm reading your message now, LP. Sorka Necro, current metas with the Barb here is pretty strong. Probably mumbling, yeah, dude. No, I just read your message, man. Like, you know, there's different parts, like, you know, different states or whatever have different kind of people, you know, usually like places like New York, Florida, California. A lot of those places, a lot of people won't be very social, like in public, you know what I'm saying? Some of the southern states, you know, like North Carolina, kind of like the, you know, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, like, you know, Midwest states and stuff like that, they're a lot more like social in public. But no, typically in America, it's not really expected to greet most people in public, and you know what I'm saying? It's not taken as a as being rude or anything like that. A majority of people kind of just, you know, a lot of people are very nice, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like rude to not greet like people that you see in public, you know what I'm saying? Finally, enemies that don't have increased health. Yeah, New York, man. New York's like a big melting pot, man. Like, so there's so many people there. They're so used to just being like on top of each other because just so many people live in New York in such a huge city. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've done that in the past too. Like you like awkward. You just pretend like you're on the phone and stuff.
Let's wait.
Yeah, definitely that pack I was struggling with to kill them is because they all had extra health. Boost health. And it's so impressive to get mocked.
I must wait.
If you don't mind me asking, where are you from originally? Where, you know, you said you just recently came to America. Where'd you originally come from?
Not ready yet.
Right. Okay. Cool. I'm from originally I'm from Florida, but now I live in North Carolina. I've never been out to that, to like that area that you're from. How long have you been? How long have you been here?
Not ready yet.
Oh, okay. You've been here for a while then.
I need time to do that. I must wait.
This dude's with the increased health, man. Oh yeah, how's that? Yeah. I need to wait up here. I can see the elite out there. I don't want to jump into that. Right. Yeah.
I must wait. I need time to do that.
Where's the shaman? Oh, there he is. You're hanging, man. We're almost there.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
Accidentally double tap off, sure.
I need more time. Let's wait.
Okay. Ooh, we'll just take that. I shut the potion down, I can take it. One's dead, he's gonna explode, and we'll get away from his ass. Oh, it's the other guy? Oh no, fuck. Oh yeah, alright. You can definitely add me. I'll put my, my tag in chat, and then we jump on together. You're welcome. What do we got? Slay the favored.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
Holy shit. That's crazy, man.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Let's wait.
Oh no, there's a fucking streamer back there.
Let's wait.
Oh shit. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's wait.
Boom. Gone.
Let's wait.
Fucking die already. What's PFT? Jesus Christ, dude, what the fuck? I'm gonna get front here.
Not ready yet.
Alright, bro, try that shit on me. Got it, her. Not yet. This is just a side thing, right? Fuck it. I don't know if I should. I'll probably come back and do that if I want the extra shit from it. Let's go beat the boss, and then I'll come back and do that when I'm not dependent on lives to finish the dungeon. Guess it's down there? That looks like loot. I wonder. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Okay, thanks.
I must wait.
This is gonna be tough, man.
I'm not ready yet.
Fuck, I missed entirely. Shit.
I'm not ready yet.
Fuck. Fucking hit my stomp. Okay.
Not ready yet.
Boom!
I must wait.
Get this mother's herald the fuck out of here. That's it. I'm gonna burn them all down. Fucking increased health here is so tough.
I'm not ready yet.
Save that statue for the boss. Conduit shrine too, bro. Sick. No, just YouTube directly from the PS5. My girl's in the room. So I was just kind of showing her a couple things on stream when you were coming in. A lot of times, some people will watch them after the stream too. So even if I start the stream and no one's there yet, or no one shows up at all, I'll just continue to talk like for the recording later on. Alright, let's go see where this door is for the dungeon. It's right there. Okay, so I'm just take the conduit shrine and jump up in there. Like this guy, get my health I'm gonna try to beat the boss with the conduit shrine.
I must wait. I must wait.
Nice, dude. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. But look at the item power here, right? Like 813, 796 on the next helmet, and then we start to drop off, and then we get to like the chest piece. That's trash. Maybe you're right, man. I don't know. 806. I usually don't find like multiple item power over 800 if I'm doing lower level dungeons. I'm definitely gonna look deeper into that though. Yeah, you might be right. I think the ancestral drop rate might be higher though. I'm not sure, man. But it seems like the item levels tend to be rolling higher, but it could just be, like you said, like random. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I've been thinking about, I appreciate that, man. I've been thinking about possibly, you know, like a lot of this that I do here on YouTube is just to like share with like direct personal friends and stuff like that. But I've been thinking about actually like creating a channel. You know what I'm saying? Like right now it's just like certified audio, like, you know what I mean? Just like an old thing that I made like long time ago. And I was just like, you know what I mean? I think I might make a channel soon. That kind of gives me some confidence. I appreciate it. I can't believe that, man. We just smoked that. I had 2 deaths to that one fucking succubus fucker, but for the most part, we did pretty well. And almost hit level 87 in there too. And is that a world boss? No, it's a legion. I don't think the world boss is gonna be up for a while. And then we got a Helltide coming up. I guess we could just, the legion's kind of, it's gonna, yeah, it's starting anyway. Try to complete the codex. Complete the codex here for dry steps. If I do that one side dungeon. Just gotta kind of see where it's at. Let me see. I'm gonna turn off strongholds and events, and whispers of the dead, and claimed altars. That's good. So it'll help me like just see the dungeons. There's only one in dry steps that I need to do, and then I'll complete that. That's not dry steps, is it? That's it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna get trash in this dungeon that I'm going into anyway, so it doesn't really... I was thinking maybe I have to sort through the gear and burn it first, but probably just gonna go knock this out and get the codex, and then I'll wrap it up for tonight. But I appreciate you coming and hanging out, man. Definitely, you know, I pretty much stream almost every day. I got a bunch of content on here. It's not necessarily a channel, but, you know, I just stream all kinds of different stuff, games. Like I'm on the side playing the new Final Fantasy 16 and, you know, stuff like that, but it should be a lot of stuff. And then also, if you want, man, I'll throw my PlayStation name in the chat if you'd like to add me, and maybe we can jump in and play together sometime. True. Okay. Well, here, man, This is my PlayStation tag. Oh, thanks, OP. That's cool, man. I think that's my tag. Hold on a sec, buddy. Just taking a peek, yeah. Yeah, so this is, that's my username for PlayStation. So if you want to, let me make sure it's got an S and not a Z at the end, real quick. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So, if you want to add me or whatever and jump in, you know, when the season starts, especially we play. Yeah, we're on the same time zone. Yeah, same here. Yeah, just add me and we'll jump in like another time, but I'm probably just gonna run this okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna run this dungeon here and then I'm probably gonna end the stream. So I'm just about ready for bed too. Let's see. This should go quick though. I mean, just a side dungeon for a codex. You should just fucking melt everything, man. Fucking wait.
I must wait.
Yeah, I've been gaming for a long time, man. I don't necessarily go for them, but I know some people like play for the trophies. Yeah, I do play a lot of different games.
They're not ready yet.
I got like almost, I think on the PlayStation screen I checked last night and I marked like 380 hours into D4 already. I'm almost at 400 hours now. I'm playing this shit like every day. Sometimes in the weekend I'll play a lot.
I must wait.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, I'm glad we had a good time chilling. sure you're hanging out.
More time. Not ready yet.
Absolutely, man. Alright. I missed something up here. Okay, that's the door.
It's locked.
Okay, go get the key. Yeah. You know you done it. You know you've done it.
Must wait.
There he is.
Must wait.
Yeah, key. We out. This boss is gonna melt. I think I can melt him like pretty quick. Oh, it's not a boss yet. Shit. Thought I was going right for it. Okay. So everybody.
I must wait.
It's all good, man. No worries. Same there. Oh. There we go. Knock these guys out.
Not ready. ready yet. Not ready yet.
Sacred shit.
Not ready yet.
Cold. Yeah, I like it cold.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, I like to turn it down, make it like real cold when it's trying to get away.
Not ready yet.
Right. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Not ready yet. I need time to do that.
That's weird, the door didn't. Absolutely. 100%, of course. I have to do it like multiple times until I pass out, because it gets like too warm on the pillow. I gotta flip it a lot.
Not ready yet.
Right? Okay. Yeah, that is kind of weird. Yeah, that's weird. I put mine on the triangle button. Oh shit! Oh shit! Damn, that sucks, man. You're like, oh, my bad.
It's hard to walk down the streets when they've been flooded with the grief and sorrows of Gulran.
All right, brother. I'm gonna end the stream now. I'm gonna end up heading off to bed. Yeah, the phone trick. It was funny, man. Yeah. Oh shit. All right, OP. Have a good night, man. It was nice chilling with you. Give me a shout anytime. Same here, brother. Alright, I'll catch you. Take care.